Hello world, and if you're listening, Mom, I didn't know that was the dog. I'm sorry about using it to wax the floor. I'm Chad Baggington, bringing you the latest from Really Pathetic Productions at www.reallypathetic.com. Now for the news regarding angry mobs and the recession. Recent studies into the global economic meltdown have shown that no industry is safe. Automotives, technology, farming, tourism, and even angry mobs are all at threat as the crunch hits wallets everywhere. Even as the number of unemployed grows, the number of rioting mobs decreases, leaving institutions unsullied, torches unlit, monsters still misunderstood, but they get to go on Dr. Phil about it, and forks on pitch. Once upon a time, the streets would be lined with angry mobs, tearing apart everything they perceived as being the root cause of the recession. Now one would be lucky to find an angry group or even a disgruntled horde. One worker told us, although the demand was high, the backing simply wasn't there to supply the angry mobs of old, and such, once the economy picks up, the angry mobs will surely return. Certain pundits are pointing to this as further evidence of the lack of work ethic in the modern American employee. And now for Arnold Schwarzenegger for sports.
Thank you, Chad. You're credit to your material. Hey, Arnold. What's another way to say hello that also begins with an H? Hiya. Thank you. These kids, what can you do? Anyway, today's sport, live broadcast, is about jockeys getting into boxing. As the economic crisis continues to make stock monkeys out of all of us, the sporting world is beginning to make cutbacks. Not everyone has suffered, though there are some interesting career changes ahead. Recently, almost 200 jockeys were fired from the positions, and the horses were converted into jet engines to show off the airline industry. The jockeys themselves will be retrained as boxers. When one established boxing trainer dared to speak out about how the jockeys couldn't reach up as high enough to hit the normal boxer above the belt, our boxers were fired to be replaced entirely with jockeys. The move is viewed as being enormously economical, as the smaller jockeys require less food, smaller clothing, and indeed smaller ring to operate in. Concern has been raised as to the welfare of the boxers. However, it is expected that most of them will find work as parts of airlining gear, mostly in structure or spare tires. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and say hello to our special musical guest. Golly, we're coming. You sure got some puns. Woo! Good golly, we're coming. You sure got some puns. When the strips are come a-posting, can't you hear me bust a gun? From the blocking tour coming to the hexes that the strip, and the weekly stigmata for how to it's a strip. Good golly, we're coming. You sure got the puns. When your strips are come a-posting, can't you hear me bust a gun? Woo! Thank you. Thank you. And now, Britney Spears for the weather.
Wow, was that Bob Marley? No? Well, dang. Anyway, in today's weather, life can sure be a beach. And no, I'm not talking about Ann Coulter. Remember, when you go to the beach, to wear lots of sun cream, because I got a really bad burn, and it made me cry. There will also be less snow in most parts of the world this time of the year. Back to you, Daddy.
Right. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Hostile Actions in the Family Home, the only game show where you really can blame the dog, the poor thing, in the evenings at 7 p.m. To access our site, again, just log on to the web at www.reallypathetic.com. That's reallypathetic.com. Thank you, and God bless.